Hi, welcome back to Table Rant. Good news, I managed to get into the most hauntedest place in Southampton. So this is going to be for definitely people who like ghosts. If you don't believe in ghosts, that's fair enough. Do you know what I mean? I never used to believe in them until I come across them, until I come across, well, my family came across a poltergeist. But I want to go through that with you first before I go on to the most hauntedest place in Southampton. Don't worry, there's a good 32-minute video. I was very busy in there. My mate let me in, and wow, what a building! It's a remarkable building. You know, it's a shame it's apartments now. It used to be a hotel, but like I said, we'll go into that in a bit. Anyway, when I was, 10 years old, my nan had a bar restaurant down in Somerset, and it was old. When I mean old, it was old. Very, very old. Tudor beam ceilings, all that sort of stuff. It was proper old, probably hundreds of years old. And the bar and the restaurant used to be a split shift, so it'd open at 12, finish at 3, open at 6, close at midnight. But when I was down there on my own playing pool around the pool table or in the disco hall, bouncing around on a disco ball. I know a lot of you probably won't know what a disco ball is. Most people know it's a UF ball, so you stand on it, you just bounce around on a ball, standing up. Great fun, great exercise. Um, I could always feel a presence there. There was like an eerie presence. Someone was staring at me. Everywhere I went, it felt like I had eyes watching me all the time. But I just used to ignore it and carry on playing pool, playing disco ball, forgetting about it. A few years later, I was this Victorian house I lived in for a long time, from 2 to 3 years up to 16 years of age. I was about 12 or 13 when it all started happening. My mum and her friend was an alcoholic. She always used to come around with boxes of wine with the taps, and you could just pull out through the tap the boxes of wine. She always used to bring 2 or 3 round. Used to get right up my nose, thinking, what are you trying to do? Turn my mum into like you or something. Anyway, um, around the kitchen table, I've come downstairs from my bedroom, and the kitchen's at the back of the house. It's a Victorian house, so you've got the kitchen, you've got the bathroom as well next to the kitchen. We've even got an outside toilet. That's how old this house is. And they're sat around the kitchen table, and they've got this Scrabble lettering all the way round from A to Z, alphabetically order. And they've got made up yes and made up no out of Scrabble. And they've got this really old wine glass. And when I mean really old, it's a flat, straight wine glass. It's proper antique in the middle. I get my drink and I think that's a bit of a strange game, Scrabble. When I go upstairs, I think nothing of it. Anyway, a few weeks later, I'm walking up to the supermarket with my mum, and I think she's building the courage to tell me, and she says, "Oh, we've got ghosts in the house." I said, "No, we haven't. I haven't seen any. What are you going on about? No ghosts." And she says, "We have." And I said, "Well, I haven't seen any." She goes, "Trust me, we have." She's been doing this Ouija board for weeks. They're still doing it. They've gotten into it so deep. Um, more of my mum's friends are coming over, and they've moved the Ouija board setup from the kitchen to the back living room. So if you picture a Victorian house, you've got the front stairs of the front door, go in, you've got a corridor all the way down. On the left, you've got the front living room. As you go down again, on the left, you've got a back living room. And then you've got a cloakroom. There's no windows or nothing. It's just the front door windows. And then you've got the cloakroom here, and there's like an old door that's sealed off there, like a back front door that's been sealed off. And then on the right side, you've got a door that takes you down to a cellar. And then you've got above it, the main staircase on the landing going up to the bedroom. So then you've got the first bedroom, and then on the left, you've got a toilet. And then 2 steps up, you go along, and you've got the side bedroom, then you've got the main front living room bedroom, and then you've got a little square bedroom, and then you've got another staircase going up behind it, and it takes you to an attic and to a loft. There's no loft ceiling; the loft's up there through a normal staircase. So back in the days of Victorians, you used to have like 5 families, maybe 3 to 5 families living in a house. Um, Anyway, like I've said, my mum and her friends, she's had more friends come over, they're getting addicted to it, but they've moved for some reason, it's gone into the back room, the living room. That's my mum's own personal space. But let's go back to the road. What she's telling me about. She says, "Oh no, we've got ghosts in the house." I said, "We haven't. I haven't seen anything." Because she's asking me if I've seen anything, and I said, "No, I haven't seen nothing." And she goes, "Oh, one day the doorbell was ringing. I opened the front door, and the doorbell's still ringing, but there's no one there. So I took the battery out of the doorbell, and my mum's other half came over from work to check the doorbell, see if it was broken, stick the battery back into the doorbell. When I say battery back in the doorbell, I'm talking 1990s. Do you know what I mean? Early 90s. Okay. Um, and then he says there's nothing wrong with it. And then she goes on to tell me that she was standing in the cloakroom. There's no lights there. The door, what used to be there, is sealed up. There's no light coming in there. And she says I could see a hand and an arm going like this, the shadow just like this with a hand and an arm continuously. And then I thought it. She said she thought it was the kitchen. Going into the kitchen, the window. There's a window there. There's the kitchen table here. The kitchen's in. There's a window here. She thought it might have been the light coming through, reflecting into the cloakroom, but nope. The curtain blind was shut down, so there was no light getting in. So she got worried then. But she didn't seem to care. They were so addicted to this playing around on this made up Ouija board. I think my mum had about 6 or 7 mates, and some of those were my schoolmates' mums. Yeah. Anyway, the next thing what happens is they're all in the back room one night, screaming and shouting, going, "Oh look, it's moving again! It's moving again!" And they've set it up on this fireplace. And it's squeaking. The glass is squeaking on this fake marble fireplace. I can hear it screeching along because I'm sat on the stairs listening. And I'm thinking, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And all of a sudden, one of them shouts out, going, "Oh, your son's here!" And I can hear my mum's voice go, "He's not here. What are you going on about?" And it starts screeching again. He's outside sitting on the stairs. That was it. I went upstairs. I got into my bed. I was wrapped under my quilt. I was like, "No way. No way. Nah, no chance." Anyhow, I forget about it as you do. You go along, you forget about it. And then one day I'm in the house. I'm all on my own with my dog. He's a Labrador crossed as an Alsatian, so he's a big boy. He looks like a Labrador. He's got the body of a Labrador, the head of a Labrador, the ears of a Labrador, but he's got the nose of an Alsatian and he's got the tail of an Alsatian, but he's the size of an Alsatian. He's a big dog. Do you know what I mean? And he's trained. He's trained to guard us. If we open the front door and we argue with someone, he's there straight away, and he won't hold back. He'll bite you, or he'll go for you unless we say nice, be gentle. He's trained. He's a lovely dog. He's been trained to guard us. And I go onto the corridor with him, and he's standing right next to me. He's sort of wagging his tail a little bit, and then I look up the stairs and I see two bare feet, just two bare feet at the two top stairs, just go gone, nothing. And I've shook my head, thinking, is that the reflection of the front door light just beaming up the stairs? Because there's no windows upstairs, not at all. Unless you open the bedroom doors to let window light in, or the toilet door to let window light in through the corridor. Otherwise, it's black up there. And I'm like, okay. And then I watch my dog, and my dog's staring up there as well. He's looking at exactly the same place I'm staring up at. And I go into the kitchen, I get a drink, and he comes with me. He doesn't leave my side. He stays there. Usually dogs, they'll follow you into a kitchen. If you're not getting any food or giving them anything, they usually walk off, or they go off on their own little world again. But he doesn't go anywhere. He stays with me. I get a drink, and he walks right back with me into the living room, and he sits with me right through until my mum comes back. And I've said to my mum, I said, "I'm sure just saw some bare feet at the top of the stairs, unless it's my imagination." And then she looks at me crafty at first, but she doesn't want to tell me. And she says, "Well, I better tell you. Um, we've had a problem. Uh, her other half son, he's in his late teens, like 18, 70. He's got an attitude problem. He just goes to his bedroom all the time. He shuts himself in. He doesn't even, the only time you ever see him is at the dinner table. He doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to acknowledge any of us." She says that his room was smashed up one night. He came home. he went upstairs. I was at my mate's. I was staying at my mate's. I used to either stay at my mate's or I would stay at my nan's or stay at my auntie's. I was never really at home unless I had to look after my little half brother. But he he came downstairs. Apparently, I'm only being told this, and he started screaming and shouting at him, going, "What have you done to my room? You've smashed up my room. Do you think you're funny? That isn't funny." And her other half told him to pipe it, or I'm going to put you all over the living room in a minute. So they all go upstairs to his bedroom, and posters have been ripped off the walls. Speaker wires been ripped out of his speakers. Drawers are slightly open with bits of clothes hanging out. And he says, "It's not us. Why would I rip your speaker wires out your speakers for, yeah? You know?" He goes, "Well, one of you's done it." And then he starts accusing me. He goes, "Where is he? He's hiding somewhere and he's done it deliberately. Where is he?" And they're like, "He's not here. He's staying at his friends." So he doesn't care. He's sulked off and he's put all his stuff back, tidied his whole room up, and he's sulking in his room. And then it goes quiet again. They're still doing it. My she's adamant. She can't get enough of doing these Ouija boards. She keeps going on. It's going on for ages with her and their friends, week after week after week. They're getting so attached to it. The next occurrence happens, and it's weird. It's a smell. We keep getting this vile smell turn up. It's like sewage, but then it mixed to like sandy sea air, if that makes any sense to anybody who's come across that sort of thing. But it's not in one place. It disappears and then reappears again in another room or on a corridor. So in the end, we start getting air freshener, and we're spraying through it to try and break it. And then me and his son, we're taking the mick out of air fresheners. We're getting the air fresheners and we're spraying the areas to say, "Come on, then, Ghostbusters." Do you know what I mean? I said, "Give us what you got, Ghost." And at first, we're breaking this ghost smell, whatever it is, this entity smell, and it's going away. But this thing keeps coming back. It keeps coming back in different places, and it's like it's challenging us. That's to say, "Can you beat my smell now?" sort of thing. It's this smell was cutting through the air freshener. At first, we did generally think it was a sewage spillage or something in the street, and it was just drifting into the home. But it was when it kept appearing in different areas of the house, we knew then it was something else. And like I said, we were trying to cut through it, and this entity was giving as good as it got. It wasn't, it was like it was challenging us or something. And in the end, our other half, his dad, he had to make these special ointment spray bottles. He made 4 or 5 of them. It was like it was tricking this entity. He was like spraying it, and it was cutting through it. It was getting rid of it, but it kept coming back. So then he'd use another bottle to cut through it. So he was sort of tricking this entity, but it wouldn't go away. It kept coming back. And I remember one day on the corridor, I shouted out. I said, "It's here. I can smell it. It's come back again." He comes down the stairs. He gets another spray bottle, and he looks down at me. I never forget it. And he smiles and he laughs, and then he says, "Oh, your mum really needs to stop doing these Ouija boards, I'll tell you." And he walks off like it's just part of our everyday life now. Do you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, it's getting a bit over the top. It happens again to my other half, my mum's other half, ex half son. His room is done again, but this time it hasn't done it a bit. It's gone for it. The drawers have been properly ripped out of his what do you call it? His, wardrobes been ripped right out. His cupboard doors been open. Everything's practically been put in the middle of the room like it's ready to start a fire. And he once again he thinks it's a wind up, and I'm not there. I'm out again, but he thinks it's me again. He's gone into my bedroom looking for me, thinking, "Oh, I'm funny." Do you know what I mean? So what they've done is then, because we've got a camcorder, but he didn't want to put his camcorder in there. He says, "I'm not putting my camcorder in there. It gets smashed against the wall or something." Because back then, camcorders, early 90s, they weren't cheap. They're pretty expensive. They weren't insured. So we've set up the old baby monitor, and they've put the baby monitor in there, and there's all this heavy breathing going on, going off, drawers slamming, shutting, closing. It's going off. It's really going off in the room. It's not loud, but it's like sort of 1 minute you'll hear a noise here, another minute you hear another noise here, and you'll hear this like breathing sort of thing going on in there. It's way. Anyway, It doesn't, it goes quiet again. There's no movement in the house, but the smell keeps coming back. And we keep getting rid of the smell, but it just keeps coming back in different places. And then one day we're sat in the living, not in the kitchen. We're all sat around the kitchen table eating dinner, and all of a sudden the light bulb starts to really flicker. It's like, and it goes, and the smoke starts coming out of it. Yeah, and then it does. The light bulb doesn't pop when they go. It just goes out. And then we look at each other. We know it's not. There's, the light bulb needs to change. We know exactly what the problem is. It's probably some entity what's got inside the light bulb messing around. So he goes back and he changes the light bulb. We carry on pretending it isn't going on. But my mum's still doing it. She's still got her friends around. They're still doing it. They're addicted to it. I think personally that these entities or ghosts or whatever possessed them to keep doing it. To be perfectly honest with you, but this is when my mum gets a wake up call. My little half brother, he's got a few friends round staying. I'm in the house this day when it happens. I'm downstairs with my mate in the kitchen. I'm just sat in the kitchen having a cup of tea, and my little brother's upstairs. He starts shouting and screaming, and we all go upstairs. And his bedroom's been turned upside down. The bed's been turned upside down. These are little 3, 4-year-old kids, no chance. Picture frames have been smashed off the walls. Unless they can fly or climb walls, it's not happening. The picture frames are on the floor. There's broken glass everywhere. It's struck. It's gone again. It's done it again. So this is it. My mum stops it. She stops it. She stops it with her friends, and then she goes and contacts this spiritual guy because we know deep down it isn't going to stop. It's going to just keep. It's going to get worse and worse in the house. And this spiritual guy's got a shop, and my mum sits in the shop with him, and he says it's a Friday. I always remember it was a Friday. And he says, "Oh, I'll come Monday. I'll come to the house and I'll see you all Monday." But he starts giving a description of the house. He's never been to the house. It's amazing. He gives a description of the front room, the back room, the corridor, the cellar, the kitchen, the bathroom, and then upstairs, my bedroom, the toilet next to it, upstairs again, the bedroom, the front bedroom, the little bedroom, and upstairs again, the attic, the lot. He gives everything detail, but then he freezes and he says, "Now I want to come tonight. I'm going to close the shop tonight, and then after I'm going to come to you lot." So he turns up. Yeah, he's with us 7 o'clock in the evening. He's with us at um uh, it's very strange. He's holding like a handle, like a bike handle or something. It's orange. I'll never forget it. It's bright orange in his hand. And do you remember the old radios with the aerials? He's got something like that connected to it. And he's got it in his hand, and he walks into the living room. I'm there with my half brother, and he's mumbling to himself. He's like he's here, but he's there. So it's mad what he's doing, but he's peacefully mumbling to himself or mumbling out into the open. But it looks like he's mumbling to himself. And he goes round, and he's by the sofa, he's by the sofa chair, he's by the TV, he's behind us, and he leaves us. I've been told to stay in the living room with my little half brother, and they finish. He's in the house for a good hour and a half. Well, yeah, a good hour and a half, over an hour and a half, and he leaves at the front door, and he takes a shine into me. I won't say what's said. I'm not allowed to say what's said. What he says to me, and my mum says you shouldn't be telling him that. And he turns round. He's adamant. He says, "Well, he needs to know." As far as I'm concerned, but I'm not allowed to say anything. I'm not allowed to say what goes on. It's a sort of like that. Anyway, he turns around. He doesn't want any money. This is what I mean. This is how real and genuine this guy is. My mum goes, "You want any money?" And he goes, "No, no, no." And he starts telling us what's happened. He says there was hundreds of them. He says you had hundreds of them. He says you found the best place in the house to open some kind of gate up to them, and you've been inviting them in. And where you've been inviting them in, they think you're their friend. They think they can communicate with you whenever they want because you're communicating with them. So at the end of the day, they think you're there. they think you're your friend, and they can do whatever they want in the house. He said there was loads of them, but he said there was a good 13 to 15 of them that were taking a liking to us, like really like getting close to us. And he said it wouldn't have. There was one poltergeist. He said it was a female. She apparently wouldn't go straight away. It was only until they got into the attic she finally went. But she ran off at first. She wasn't going. Apparently, he said she thought she could stay there. She was living there with all you lot, and that was that. But finally, I put her to rest, and she went back. She's gone back. Well, she's going back. They're still. He said they're still in the house right now. They're not gone yet, but they know they've got to go. And he said, but the problem is, he said, you had another 13 to 14 of them around you, and they would have started doing the same things as what she was doing. And it would have got so worse, they would have started appearing in front of you in places because they think you're their friends, especially you. You've let them in. They generally think they're allowed to come in and go whenever they please, sort of thing now. And then my mum was a bit like, ooh, shook up. And he says, what I'll do is I'll give you all a ring tomorrow, um, and see how you all are. And he says goodbye, and he just took some petrol money, bless him. And then I woke up the next day. This is weird. This is like another. I don't know what you want to call it, but like another paranormal thing. What happened? I got up. It was like 10:30 in the morning. I went downstairs, and the whole house felt like it was rocking backwards and forwards. Yeah, the whole house felt like it was rocking here, rocking there. And I'm thinking, what on earth is going on with the house? This is too much. Why are we rocking backwards and forwards? The phone rings within 10 minutes, and he says what it is. He says they're all leaving. That rocking, they're basically walking through you. They're going. He says I've cleared it all out, and he's right. The atmosphere, the air changed. There was no more smells anymore. There was no more poltergeists anymore. But the rocking backwards and forwards went on for a good, I don't know, it went on for a good day and a half. It was mental. And it was like, wow, it feels like I'm rocking backwards and forwards. He said it was them, they were leaving. And he said they won't come back, but he advised my mum, he says, don't do it again, don't ever do it again. He says, you shouldn't have never done it in the first place. You didn't know none of you were doing. You had no control over it. So if you're in that situation, you've got a haunted house or you're going for it, don't bother getting a priest or a vicar. Go and get a spiritualist, a psychic person, and make sure they're real, they're legit. And they will come and do it for you probably for free. So that was my experience with him. It's hard because I'd like to believe they don't exist, it ain't real, but it is. They do exist, it is real. And my other two experiences with ghosts is I was living at my mate's dad's house. He was a proper Evertonian. He was a Scouser, and they're downstairs at the breakfast table. And I wake up. I'm in the bedroom on bed, and I'm looking up, and there's a lady. She's floating above midair with a light blue gown or light green gown on. She's got dark brown hair. And she sort of whispers, mumbles to me. She looks really peaceful, bless her. And then she just walks out the window. She walks out the window, mate. Gone. And I'll get up, and I'm like, am I asleep? Am I dreaming? I start rubbing my eyes. Like, no, I'm wide awake. That's just really happened. So I've gone downstairs. I've told my mate and his dad. My mate's shouting at me, arguing me. I don't believe you. Blah blah blah. You're lying to me. Blah 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 blah. No, I'm not lying. His dad tells him to shut up, and he says, no, your friend's not lying. I can tell when your friend's lying or when he's not lying. And he told me, what did you see? And I gave him the description. And he says, you probably did. He said, what it was, before they were houses, many years before that, there's an old church next to the houses that's still there. But next to the church where the houses are now used to be a nunnery, a big, massive nunnery to the church. He says, you've probably seen I don't know, maybe a nun that's passed away from the morgue, but maybe they had a morgue there or something. He says, but yeah, it's been known that apparently there has been sightings of nuns, ghost nuns, and women just ghosts floating around going into walls and stuff. He says, so you've probably seen a nun or a nun who's passed away. I said, yeah, I thought she was peaceful enough. She didn't mean me any harm. She just stared down at me, sort of mumbled and whispered, and walked out the room. And then the next time, same with my mate, same mate. We're in a bed sit. We're not living in the bed sit, but it's one of his mates, and they all used to get stoned round there, smoking marijuana, pot, block, whatever you want to call it. But they'd smoke it from the bongs. And to him, having a good time was be sitting on the couch until he passed out, until they all passed out on bongs. Anyway, I'm the only one who's still awake, looking around, and all of a sudden, this lady comes out. She comes out of the air. Well, she like comes out of the air, and she's grey at first, and then she's pure white. You can't. She's not see through. When she come out first, she's see through grey, like a grey black, and then she goes pure white, and then she's like this, running around on the spot like this. It's like something out of a Disney movie. And then she stares at me, and then she goes back in again. It's like they don't come. They're not on the outer air. They're in the air. It's like they've come out of the air and then they go back in the air. It's mental, mate. Pull it in the rants. If you've had that experience, let me know, because it's insane. I didn't bother saying anything to anybody. If I wake up, they'll just say I'm lying. But they're my experiences. But anyway, I tell you what, this southern western house place I went to, it's formerly known as the Imperial Hotel. However, it does say Imperial Apartments, and I thought it was changed from Southern Western House Hotel to Imperial Apartments. But the Echo's got it here as Southern Western House, formerly the Imperial Hotel, and the Echo's saying it's widely considered Southampton's most haunted building. It has a history of reported paranormal activity, including ghostly and strange occurrences. The building was the site of a tragic murder-suicide in 1929, which is believed to be a source of some of the reported hauntings. So basically, in room 667, when it was a hotel, a couple checked into the hotel back in 1929, and the man fatally shot his wife and then killed himself. But this is what it says in the Echo. I find out a different plot, a different twist today with my mate who lives there. He gives me a better version of it, and it's insane. It's an insane version he gives me. Do you know what I mean? It's mental. Apparently, guests, people who live there, have heard noises, seen apparitions, and feeling cold spots in the room. I didn't get any cold spots in any rooms. I never got any cold spots when I lived in the Victorian house. But I used to get an eerie air feeling, and I get it in this place, especially when we go into this place called the reading room in this building, and then we go to a back corridor stairs. You know, I'm not going to go into too much detail. I don't want to ruin it because I've got it on the video, and you'll hear my annoying voice in it. But wow. Anyway, apparently there's also sightings of a Victorian woman walking around. Someone says they've seen a vision of a ship going in and out the walls. I don't believe that. Do me a favour. But I do believe there might be a Victorian lady there hanging around. I do believe these two people who fatally passed away by the husband shooting the wife and then killing himself. But there's a twist to that story. I won't go on too much, but I'll let you know. Well, you can let me. I'll let you know. You can let me know about the video in the rant comment section. But wow, what a build! The building's magnificent. This is it. Apparently, this is the most hauntedest place in Southampton. I'm outside it now. I'll be going in a minute. My friend's going to let me in, have a walk around, and see if we can see any ghosts. I used to work down the docks, and every Saturday I'd get picked up just outside here all the time, cleaning out a train pit covered in grease and oil every 4 hours on a Saturday. But every time I look at this building, I'd be fascinated by it. I mean, look at it. Look how old it is. Do you know what I mean? Who wouldn't be fascinated with that if you're waiting outside every Saturday and that's in front of you to look at all the time? It's good, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It really is a good building to look at. So luckily I've made friends with somebody who's going to let me in and show me around. So I'll leave it here. I just want to get, you know, for you to also have a look on the outside of it, on the main area. It's on Canute Road if you want to come down and have a look. You know, they might let you in if you ask the receptionist. I think they work in there. I don't know if it's 7 days a week or just 5 days a week, but who knows. The Echo's done a big story over it, like I explained earlier on the introduction video on Table Rant. So I'm going to walk this way round, give you a good view of it all. Be careful, don't want to get hit by traffic now, do I? I mean, look at it. It even used to have a train station connected to it. I mean, mate, there's got to be ghosts in here, I tell you. Yeah, this used to be an old train station to the hotel, and people would stay here before they'd ship out on the docks. I mean, ship out from the docks, sorry. Even people from the Titanic stayed at this hotel. I'm not kidding you. Trust me, mate. This is where the train station used to be. It's insane. I mean, look at it. It's a shame, really. It's been turned into apartments. I think it was, there you go, Southwestern House. And now it's known as the Imperial Apartments. But yeah, it's a fascinating building to look at. It's so old. It's got so much detail to it. It's brilliant. And I'm going to be lucky I'm going to get to go in there in a minute and go and see if there's any ghosts. There may be ghosts, there may not be ghosts, but like I said, I've come across ghosts in the past, so who knows? I might get an eerie feeling or I might not. I'll see you in the next bit. So here we are. We're just about to go in. My mate's about to open the doors to apparently the most hauntedest place in Southampton, so the Daily Echo says. Here we go. I'm getting excited now. Cheers, my man. Yeah, it's old. They've even got chandeliers in there. This is well old. It's very echoey in here.
That's what you're getting in, mate.
Wow, look at this place. You wouldn't think this was a block of flats now, I swear. It's so like, wow, look at this. This is really, really posh. Wow. Look at the chandeliers. Look at the ceilings. It's a bit dark in here, but wow. I'll tell you what, mate, there's a proper eerie presence in here. I don't know if it's because it's a hall and it's echoey, the foyer, but wow. Yeah, there's definitely an eerie feeling in here. You know, the experiences I've had with ghosts and poltergeists when I was younger, I can definitely feel an eerie feeling. It's like I'm being watched. Have you seen any ghost sightings or not, mate? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any, but you can certainly feel a presence. But let me show you this.
All right, mate, there we go. Whee. Well, it's a gorgeous place, though. I'm really lucky to be in here, to be honest with you. Wow.
It's beautiful. I mean, all this is like solid marble. This was built as the original first-class five-star hotel in Southampton. So this here is what they call the Titanic staircase.
Yeah, I heard about it in the Echo. I read about it in the Echo. Sorry, apparently they're Titanic guests, weren't they? Before they met their doom, or did they survive?
So this was basically where the first-class passengers for the Titanic stayed before it sailed. So you had, I think, the designer Joe Bruce Ismay stayed here, and I think one of the billionaires on there. You have to look it up. But there was a few famous people that stayed here for a couple of nights beforehand. So yeah, it's
yeah. I did read in the Echo. I read about apparently people from the Titanic stayed, but if it was the first class people, they probably survived, didn't they? Because
no, a lot of them died.
A lot of them.
Yeah. But the designer of the Titanic, Bruce J. Ismay, he did die, but he did stay here.
Wow.
But there's other stories about here as well. So apparently,
Lauren Hardy stayed here. Apparently,
Lauren Hardy stayed here. Tom Mix, the cowboy, stayed here.
Yeah,
1906, I think.
It's a big fame thing down here as well, wasn't there?
Yeah, absolutely. But the other thing was as well. Apparently, if you read up about the D-Day landing, so a lot of the D-Day forces went from here. But apparently, Eisenhower and Churchill met here in secret.
Yeah, Churchill. Yeah.
To plan the D-Day landing. So this is.
Yeah, it got turned into like some radio operation based in World War II.
I'm not sure what
after they closed it down.
But I know there was a lot of different sort of stuff. But yes, I mean this is basically the foyer and all this kind of stuff. I mean you see all the chandeliers, you see all the coping and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah, the ceiling, the chandeliers is amazing. It's a lot. I tell you what, it's a lovely place if you've got a flat in here. I wouldn't mind a flat in here. I'll tell you.
All this plasterwork is, and all this kind of stuff. But if you look, you can see some interesting details. So if you actually look there, look at the frieze in the middle of it.
Yeah, the picture.
Well, it's not just the picture; it's the fact you've got swastikas in there.
Oh, yeah. It's probably some old. Yeah, but back then, you know, Vietnamese, it means sun, doesn't it? It might have been a Vietnamese design.
Because this was done in the 1880s.
Hang on, let's get some. I didn't notice these pictures on the walls. They're incredible.
Yeah.
That's like proper, like Raphael, Michelangelo style. Wow. What's this like? You have to. Is this like a signing in place? Is it?
That's what they're, yeah. So this is obviously. You can't go down there.
No.
No.
Oh yeah, there's another painting there.
Yes, it's some beautiful stuff there.
Yeah, it's lovely, and this is all marble walls, is it?
Yeah.
Along here, wow.
It's all,
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can see there's a chip out of it there. It's actually marble rather than anything else. But yeah, she's got all that.
Yeah, it really is a lovely place.
The other thing is, I don't know if we can get up onto the first floor. If we go up there, there's supposed to be a reading room, but you might want to knock that off and then you go up in the lift and have a look, see if we can get in there.
No worries, I'll pause it. What I was going to say to you, they still got that room, was it 667, where the husband and wife, he killed her and then he killed himself, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think it's somebody's house.
Oh, is it?
I think it's somebody's
But
house.
apparently I've been told that's where all the activity is, on that
sixth
corridor
floor.
or something.
Yeah, the sixth floor.
So I'm going to pause it now, guys, because we're going to get it lift. Right, so I've come onto a corridor now. It's all carpeted. I thought it'd be like a tiled floor. That's a bit insane, isn't it?
I don't know where the reading room is, but let's see what we can find.
Mate, I'll tell you what, there's an eerie feeling in there. It's eerie as you like. You know, the reason I know this is because my mum used to do Ouija boards in a Victorian house.
This is
the staircase.
The Titanic staircase, the upstairs bar. I'll show you the one at the back as well, which is a nice spiral staircase that we don't use anymore.
What? So you're saying this staircase is actually, they had the same staircase in the Titanic ship?
Well, I don't know that, but it's called the Titanic staircase. So I believe, I don't know how true that is, but I believe that this is very similar. This was built before.
Before, yeah.
This is very similar to how the suite was on the Titanic, but on the Titanic it was a double one.
Yeah.
So
one going up, one going down.
But this is called the Titanic staircase.
Well, there you go then. This might be the same design as they had in the Titanic. That's a nice bit of history for you lot out there if you like your history.
Yeah, it's one of those you have to look up. But the thing that's interesting is some of these, when you talk about the ghostly presence, some of these doors are difficult to push. But they're difficult to push on the odd day. So like...
All right, it's got a bit of a wind in it. The lights come on, yeah? That's more like it. Wow, look at this. This is insane. It's like The Shining, Stephen King. God, it's mental. The corridor, because it's long and wide, isn't it? And you got the little kid on the bike cycling around, didn't you?
Yeah, we could have probably arranged that too.
Get electric scooters out.
I was going to say, it's Southampton, so it'll probably be disabled.
I wonder if the corridors were like this in the Titanic ship. Maybe copy the same sort of corridor structure.
I mean, this was, as I say, built 40 years before.
Yeah.
So this is the other end of the building.
Wow.
This is the... I don't know whether you can do it. So this is what the old lift shaft.
The old lift shaft, yeah.
I don't know whether you can put your phone there and go up because it's got a dome on the top. Yeah, I don't know whether that will work for you, but...
Let's have a look, see if I can get up there.
Yeah, we'll go further up and see if we can catch it.
It's just the weight in it, balancing the weight on it.
Yeah.
It's only a cheap Amazon stick.
There's also supposed to be a reading room on it. I don't know.
What do you mean by reading room? What, people are just sitting there quietly read or something? That's pretty mad, isn't it? No pool room or no skittle room.
No skittle room, no, absolutely not. There's a bar, but unfortunately you can't get into it now.
Well, but is it closed down completely now, is it?
No, it's just a grand cafe on the outside.
Oh, right.
Oh, here you go.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is a reading room. Wow. Mate, there's an eerie presence in here as well. It's proper eerie. I tell you what, if you know your ghost stuff, you know that it's really eerie and you can feel there's a presence here. There's definitely an eerie ghost presence. I can feel it myself around here. There's no cold feeling or anything. I can't find the sewagey sea salt smell that I went through when I was younger, but there's a whole model of the building.
Yeah, so this was the, I think this is the build. This is the model they made to sell the fact that they could convert into flats.
Yeah.
So if you look here, you can see the flat upstairs has got like a roof garden and everything. It's £3.5 million. I think
that bit inside is like a brand new extension part of the building in the middle bit there.
Well, when they say brand new, I think it was extended in the 1900s.
Well, yeah. That's
so
the original buildings.
Yes, I was going to say, you see the original building.
Yeah.
You see the
it's that bit there, yeah.
The 1900s there.
Oh, so it's still fairly old then?
It's still fairly old. If you look at this, this is an impressive feature. I'm assuming this used to be a massive fireplace.
Well, that used to be a massive fireplace. That's insane.
I'm assuming, as I say, that it looks something like that. But obviously, you've got that stuff up there, and usually when they have it illuminated and everything like that looks really quite.
It's nice, yeah. It's really old. It's nice that they got like a little reception area for you to sit out and chill out, isn't
it? Yeah.
I think the furniture's seen its day a bit though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like trying to have like period furniture in it, isn't it?
Yeah. True.
Keep it in keeping with.
That must have been a Victorian fireplace, or.
I was going to say this, yeah, because you've got two there, haven't you? I'm not sure what that was, but there's obviously something there as a feature. I don't know whether
it is nice. It's really, really nice. It's beautiful, yeah.
It's nice to install, anyway.
Huge, massive mirror. Just get your bird up here. She'll probably just start staring at herself in the mirror all day. Makeup and all that, innit? Dressed up. Wow, look at that old model car.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is.
That's old, isn't it? It's proper antique. Wow. Very nice. Is that the I'm guessing that's the Titanic, isn't it?
Hey?
I'm guessing that's the Titanic.
Yeah, it's either the Titanic or the Olympic, depending on. Yeah. I mean, have you done the walk down Oxford Street and done all the hotels down there and everything?
Nah, it's too busy down there. I walked through it and everyone was staring at me with my cap and mask on and like thinking, who's that strange guy? Do you know what I mean? I got other people going, well, hey, what's that all about? Do you know what I mean? The intrigue lot.
Yeah.
Because this is going to be the future anyway, because all that facial recognition what's coming out. Do you know what I mean? That's why I don't show my face on YouTube. That's the reason why, because at the end of the day, that facial recognition, what's coming out, everyone's going to get flagged up.
Well, that's the trouble, isn't it?
Yeah. So if they've got your mugshots all over YouTube, you go into places and there's a flag on you, because they don't like you, you'll be flagged up as you go into shops, restaurants, bar in the future. Yeah. They're rolling it out though, aren't they? Yeah. What's this do?
I don't know, it's from 1786, I think. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner, it tells you the date on it, but what it actually is, I'm not sure.
It's intriguing, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's definitely ghosts in here, mate. Wow.
As I say, you get the odd thing with the doors.
Yeah.
They're quite interesting. So one of my ex-partners, she was into all that kind of stuff. And where were we? I can't remember what floor we were on. I think it might be the first floor actually. And there was a door, and she could not open it. She was quite petite. She couldn't open it. She was pushing against the door, and she couldn't open it. So I went and pushed it, and it opened easily for me.
Yeah.
And then we walked into the corridor, and obviously these are all like motion sensor lights.
I'm not kidding with you, mate. I can feel something here, just here.
Yeah.
There's a presence right. I can feel it, mate. There's a presence right here.
Yeah.
That something or someone's staring at us. I'm telling you now, mate.
Yeah, you definitely feel something over this side, can't you?
Yeah, there's a real strange eerie presence, mate.
But as I say, with the door, she couldn't push it, and then I pushed the door, walked through, and then you got all the obviously the motion sensor lights, and the lights will come on, and the lights wouldn't come on in the whole corridor. She just like stop. She's like, I'm not walking through it.
Not walking through it. Wow, no way, man. That's like Rory.
She was like, no, something's telling me not to walk through, and that's why she couldn't open the door. So yeah, it's interesting. I mean, as I say, I think I've never seen anything in here, but you go on, there's people that say they have seen things, but it's the sixth floor is where the murder suicide
where the killing happened.
Yeah. So
it's terrible, isn't it? They clock it. It was a hotel back then, wasn't it? I'm guessing.
It was a hotel back then.
Yeah, they clock in, probably thinking they're going to have a nice night or something. He must have known something. Did her, and then he did himself.
Well, I was going to say, but they were married to two different people.
They were what?
They were married to two different people.
So they were like having an affair.
Well, that's the assumption, is that they were having an affair. Yeah. So basically, right. So they checked in. I think they checked in as Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I don't know. And then.
Boy, mate, I'm telling you now. I've just felt something here.
Yeah.
Just there. I've just felt something. Just like, mate, this place has got spooks in it. I'm telling you. I've just felt a presence just right there. Sort of like a movement feeling or something.
Well, because we're talking about it, that's what it is. Sort of, drawing them in.
Drawing them in.
Yeah, how many hairs are standing up on it? That's all good. But yes, so apparently they checked in as Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and then I don't know. I can't remember whether things were heard overnight or things weren't heard overnight. And then when they went to clean the room in the morning, they were both dead. So they say it was like a murder suicide, something like that. And when they looked into it, they were both other identities, and they were married to other people. And I don't know whether the thought is that they were having an illicit liaison, or they were going to run off together, or whatever. But yeah, obviously things didn't go as planned. And it was a murder suicide. So
it's weird, isn't it? It's a strange old story. Yeah. The Echo claims that this place is the most hauntedest place in Southampton, and then it's the Red Lion.
Yes.
I was down the Red Lion, and when you go down that corridor from the toilet to the bar, you can feel an eerie presence down there. It's like my nan had a bar restaurant in Somerset, really old, probably just as old, and it felt like that corridor felt like that all over the ground floor of my nan's bar and restaurant, mate. Like someone's really staring at you. It's like just here, mate. I can really feel a presence. Yeah. You don't lose, if you come across them. I come across them like when I was a kid, so you don't lose that feeling. You always get that. You always know what it is. You definitely got ghosts in here, mate. 100%. I don't know why I don't get a spiritual guy in here or a spiritual one to come in and clear it all out.
Yeah, well, it's an interesting thing, isn't it? Because it adds to the sort of history and the interest of it, really, I suppose. So, all the residents would have to get together and want to do it and stuff like that. I don't think there's enough interest in it. No. If only for the fact that it does, create a bit of mystery about the place and stuff like that. But it's an old building, mate. What are you going to do? But it's a beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Thank you for letting me in. It's a pleasure showing me around. I'm very honoured. Because the Echo doesn't really show you in the article, and I thought, what's the point in that?
No, well, I was going to say it just shows you sort of like the front of the building. That's what you can see. But yeah, as I say, it's there's not.
I saw a lot of the foyer, the hall downstairs on Looper when it was property for sale, and I thought, wow, look at that in there, because there was like studio flats being sold, and I thought, mate, I could buy something like that and have a, and then I thought about now because. I don't know what your service charges. They're probably a lot of money each month in there.
Service charges are huge, about £4,000 a year.
Yeah, that's ridiculous money, isn't it?
That is a big amount of money for.
You're paying rent again on top, aren't you? Even buying a place.
Oh yeah. Which, as I say, it's an old building. It needs a lot of upkeep and stuff like that. But it has been beautifully done. It's just. I
wonder if a lot of people come in here or not, or if they don't bother.
Do you know what? I actually don't know. This is the first time I've been here, and I've lived here about 5 years.
Yeah.
So, it's, I don't know what's actually through there.
Yeah, round about here, I keep getting an eerie feeling, mate. It's weird. More corridors into another area of the property. 115. So this is where people.
Doors again. You push it.
You
know what I mean?
It ran away from me, mate.
That's basically. I'll take you up to
the 6th floor.
I'll take you up to the 6th floor.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll be able to see up there. We might be a little bit quiet.
I'm going to pause it here, guys, before we go in the lift.
Storage up here from where.
Whoa, this is it, guys. This is apparently this is supposed to be the floor that's the most hauntedest floor, the 6th floor. This is where 2 people went into a hotel room. The male killed his female partner and then killed himself. It's a tragic, really. It's a really bad story, but hey, apparently this is where it goes on. You hear ghosts on the stairs. You hear children clapping. Apparently some person said they saw a cruise, a whole ship coming in and out. I don't believe that. Whoa, that's a long way down. If you don't like heights, look away now. But if you like heights, check that out. That's a drop and a half.
You get a nice view over town as well.
Oh yes, yeah, that's very nice indeed.
Yeah. But we'll walk round. We'll just have to be quick because, as I say, it was
667 this way, yeah.
It's now
residential. That's I think that's the end of this way round, isn't it? Oh, we're going around another corridor. 602.
Oh, that's just the stairs, yeah.
Go the other way. Oh, mate.
Open easy this time.
Open easy. God. Do you ever get an eerie smell or not of the place? Like when we had a poltergeist in the house, it was turning up with a vile smell from time to time. I wonder if it's that one down there, the end one on the stairs, because it looks just on its own, doesn't it? That looks proper eerie at the end there, I'll tell you now. I'll come in a little bit closer. I'll talk a bit quiet because I'm outside people's homes. But yeah, look, you've got 606, 607. I reckon that's it there. I reckon that's where it was done. There, that was what happened there. Because that on its own looks proper strange and well out of place if you ask me. God. Only on Table Rant, everybody. I'm probably the only one who's done a video on it. I don't think anyone else has ever done a video here. So, all you guys who do poltergeists and that, maybe you can ask them to come down here and do your ghost scans or your ghost tests. But I've felt an eerie presence here today. I really have felt an eerie presence. Definitely. God. That looks well dodgy there at the end, I tell you. Just all on its own, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh. I'm going to pause it now.
And the ceiling lights rose.
The architect of the building, yeah. So we're going to go into another area and he's going to show me, and it must be like an old school area part of the building again. But yeah, definitely when I was in that reading room, guaranteed I could feel an eerie presence. At one point it felt like someone sort of just overshadowed my shadow, but... Hey?
Yeah, stood near you.
Yeah, I could definitely feel like a shadow's overshadowing my own shadow, but I know that through the spooks and haunts I had when I was younger, when my mum continuously doing Ouija boards with her friends in a Victorian house.
That's always a thing. It's going.
Yeah, he was insane at the house we lived in. They got addicted to doing it. It was like once or twice a week, and they moved it into the back living room because of it was the best area to get the ghost's attentions. Well, we're going upstairs.
Look up there.
There's the lift again, ladies and gentlemen, the old lift that doesn't exist anymore. Oh, the stairs squeak. Oh, I can feel the sun blazing down on me. It must be a glass ceiling. Wow, yes it is. Wow, would you look at that? What's that supposed to represent? Like a compass sort of thing.
Yeah, but then it illuminates what was this whole concourse thing down here.
Oh, right. So you're supposed to get a whole illumination effect all the way down.
Yeah, well, down to the third anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there's obviously the next to it is like the spiral lift. And if it goes up to
That's insane, mate.
Stick your thing through there, mate, and have a look.
Wow, everybody, if you're scared of heights, look away now. If you're not scared of heights and you love all that sort of stuff, this is for you. Wow. It's making me feel dizzy, eerie, because it's old at the same time. You get that old eerie feeling. Wait, I'm getting thoughts here that someone's going to pull me over the top. No, just seriously, I had thoughts like I'm just going to drag you over the top. I was like, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the back staircase, not the Titanic one.
Mate, I'm getting an eerie feeling again round here.
Yeah. There's a lot of big areas and stuff like that that are just open. So this bit here,
Yeah.
obviously with the roof light and everything sort of streaming down.
I wonder if you ever had that mate you know from Southampton where he climbs buildings. His surname's Lord. Have you heard about him?
No.
He's all over YouTube. He gets into high buildings, sneaks into buildings.
Okay.
Wouldn't surprise me he'd try and climb that. I'm not kidding you, mate. He goes for it. He's got a big, massive YouTube channel. It's huge.
He's local, isn't he?
Yeah, he's Southampton. His surname's Law, I think. I can't remember his first name. I come across him when I was working for the council.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to get into Wyndham Court to climb all over it. I said, mate, you can't come in here.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I said, not on my watch, but...
Not on my watch.
Yeah, if I ain't here, do whatever you want.
All this stage, and then you say you look up there and you look up to the...
Oh, yeah, that's where you get that illumination effect. Yeah, it's really... Yeah, wow. It's insane, mate.
Impressive architecture, for sure.
Yeah. But I'm getting it again. I'm getting that eerie feeling again, mate.
Maybe it's just interesting what we're doing, mate. Just following us about.
Yeah, I think something's following us, mate. Here it is again. It's here.
Yeah, just sort of stood
Yeah, it
on your
feels like
shoulder.
someone's standing with us. That's mental.
Man, I don't know.
Do you get it or not?
I get it, yeah. It's one of those things.
One of those things, yeah.
I'm the same as you. My gran used to do all the psychic stuff as well. So.
Oh, I'm not into any of it. It's just like I said, because of my mum and her friends, we had a bad experience in the house with it doing things in the house. And, you know, the spiritual guy said, oh, you've opened up a gateway, but you haven't shut the gate, and they're just coming in and out of the house now. They don't want to go back.
No, you need to...
He said there was hundreds of them all over the house. He said there was 13 to 15 of them that were starting to interact with us. And one out of the 13 to the 15 of them was actually interacting with the poltergeist one. And he said it wouldn't have been long until the other, 15, 14 of them would have started as well, doing the same stuff, or even worse. And he said they would have started appearing around you as well, if you left it any longer. Because he said where you've been doing it for so long, they think you're the friend, you're allowing it to happen.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's the thing, you're allowing it to happen, you're encouraging it.
Yeah, they're encouraging to contact them and talk to them. So they're looking at my mum and her friends as like their friends to say, yeah, they're letting us in to do whatever we want, sort of thing.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty. He was in the house for a good hour and a half talking to himself. He had like a handle and an old.
Yeah, mate, the lights are flickering and everything like that. So this is the old lift. So it's all closed off, so you can't get into it.
Yeah. Is that actually a lift in there, or was it?
Yeah.
There's still a lift there. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
I thought they might have ripped it out, but no, they've still got it.
Yeah, it's still in there.
Wow.
You have to do a fair bit of structural to pull all that out.
Especially, now, yeah. Yeah.
That's just one of the back doors, so that's fine. I'm sure. So let's take this back to the foyer.
Foyer.
It's through there. Yeah, like the massive behind ceiling and all this.
Oh, there comes the auto lights.
I was going to say that, yeah, all the lights are going on there.
They're into their ships, aren't they? Proper into their ships. It's a building full of ships everywhere, isn't it? Oh, ships and boats. Oh yeah, because of the docks, isn't it? Yeah. Cheers, my man. Yeah, no, I've had eerie feelings around me, mate. Yeah, you've definitely got ghosts in there, 100 guaranteed.
There you go.
Back to the beautiful hallway, foyer. Ah, it's gorgeous. It really is lovely. We've got to get a bit more of that. That's insane. There's another picture above the door. Oh, hello. No, I didn't get you. It was up there above the door. Yeah, I didn't get you. It was above the door. Yeah, so there's another picture up here above the door with horses and someone riding the horses. It's insane.
Yeah, just sit back here when you get that shot.
It's quite hard now because it is quite dull. So maybe if I try and put the lighting on, nope. That's the best I can do with it. But yeah, the architect in here is amazing. It really is a nice place to be. Yeah, it's lovely.
Beautifully done.
In the photos, it's a lot lighter. It's a lot brighter in there, I've noticed.
Yeah, but maybe depending on how the sun catches it, early in the morning or whatever. But equally, you just change the light balance.
Does the piano work? You've got a piano over here.
It won't start playing itself, as far as I'm aware.
Nah. It's locked. It's on lockdown anyway. Sit there and start playing it, innit?
Absolutely. Yeah. But probably locks that don't start playing itself.
Well, yeah, it could do, couldn't it? It could just end up doing itself.
So this would have been what the board was. Now this is Ruby's.
Oh, right. So it's a restaurant now.
Yeah, well, it's like the Grand Cafe, isn't it? So there's a cocktail bar downstairs, and up here they do functions and stuff like that. So
oh, yeah.
It's very nicely done. But to say it's all shut up. But when I first came in here, you could actually access it through here.
Yeah.
But now they've locked it all off because it's whatever. But yeah, it's obviously nice in there. It's a nice place for functions and all this kind of thing.
Lovely, mate. It's really, really nice.
That's it, mate.
Cheers, my man. Thank you.
There you go.
Well, I'm going to love you all and leave you, and I'll see you in the next video. Let's all rant on together. I hope you enjoyed that video. It's a lovely place. Gorgeous. I was quite surprised, apparently it was the actual designer from the Titanic there as well, from the past, of course. Amazing. There was 3 times. At first, when I was in the hallway downstairs, the foyer, sorry, I felt it really eerie in there. But however, I thought it was echoey. It was just an echoey foyer. But no, when I got into that reading room, yeah, I felt something right there. It felt like literally it was standing next to me, whatever it was. And then when we went to the back corridor, he was showing me the staircase, and I leant over with my phone down the staircase. And that random thought I got, I want to pull you over the staircase. That to me, then I thought, hang on a minute, this ain't right. And then that feeling there and then, it was a stronger sense of feeling that there was someone standing right next to me. It was basically, it felt like it was on my shadow. Something else was on my own shadow. It wasn't my shadow anymore. But if you do get to go in there, or you are invited to go in there, I know there's a lot of ghost hunters out there who watch a lot of, who do this with all their recordings and things like that. So it's probably beneficiary for people like you if they let you in. Don't just sneak in and start walking around. Be respectful, because it's a residency place and people live there at the end of the day. Okay, but I hope you loved that video. Put it in the comment section. Get your rants out. Let me know your rants. I'm still growing the channel. I've only got 3 subscribers yet, so it's probably going to be a waiting game, a building game. But yeah, if you've only just come on watch me, there's a few TV license videos there. I'm trying to help people with a TV license, and I'm also exposing that Jilly John Carney. He's no good. Stay away from his videos. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one, and I think the next one's going to be about southern fried chicken. I know that's not for vegetarians, bless you, but I'm a big fan of the KFC. But I found another place in Southampton, and it's got a good story to it as well. Do you know what I mean? So, rant on.